Good morning, Devils fans. It is finally game day as we are going to take on the New York Islanders tonight at, reminder, 7:30. Technically our first away game, but it's like a stone's throw away, so how much of an away game is it really? I don't know what these New York away games, even Philly, if the boys, I know sometimes they have gotten hotels, if they just kind of need a shake-up in the season. I know other times they just spend the night at home, which has kind of been a big selling point for the team from Tommy trying to bring in FAs or re-signing guys, stuff like that. But yeah, my presumption is they're not going to do a hotel stint quite yet. I don't think the season's been that dire of a start. But yeah, Islanders tonight, they've actually been playing fairly well. Now, the victory was only 1-0 versus Arizona the last time, but we know how Arizona played and technically beat us, even if it was a shootout. And they also beat the Buffalo Sabres, who have been struggling so far to start the season. Tage only scoring his first goal last night, so not exactly the top-best tier of teams, but we can't really say the same for the teams we've played either, so should be a fairly good one. I did dive into the Islanders' numbers a little bit. Their penalty kill has been very strong. I don't think it's given up a goal yet. Power play only has one conversion, but as far as chances generated, it's doing pretty well. But again, it's the Islanders. It's definitely not a world beater power play unit. But, you know, they did produce one goal in the 2 games here, so it's doing okay-ish. But I really think if you shut down Barzal or Horvat, really just take out one of those guys, you're probably mostly shutting down that unit from them. And beyond that, they are actually controlling play. If you look at the shots generated, now I know our season's been on a bit of a downturn from a shots generated standpoint, but they are outperforming us in that area. They've been outplayed, at least out shooting, generating more chances for than chances against in both of their games. Obviously, they have arguably the best, if not at least top 2, top 3 goalie in the entire league, entire world, in Sorokin. I do believe he is confirmed starting tonight. So it's probably going to be a low-scoring game, but we've seen last year with the Islanders, we probably put on one of the biggest beatings in the NHL last season against them, and then they came out and kind of dipsy-doodled around us in one of the games as well. So we know this is no guarantee. It can be a fairly back-and-forth game between these two teams. With the line shakeup, now again, there is no practice today, but the most recent practice did see the line shake up a little bit more once again. We now have Nico with Toffoli, and we have Meyer sticking with Jack. So it is Toffoli, Nico, Mercer, and no, Mercer's on the third line. My apologies. It is Palat there with in the top 6 now. God, I am blanking on the lines, but I think that third line, Haula did not play once again on the last practice. He is now considered day-to-day. It's probably, like I said, going to be a game-time decision on him. I do like that third line with McLeod, who has been playing very well. The fourth line has mostly been inconsequential, but on the whole, they've been playing all right. So I think if it does end up being Tierney, Lazar, Bastian, that is perfectly serviceable, perfectly fine for what we need in this game. I think Mercer, Mikey, Holtz should actually do really well against the Islanders' third line. And then our top 6 with Palat, Nico, Toffoli, and Meyer, Jack, Bratt should be quite something. Bratt will be with Nico's line, kind of splitting up the big play drivers in Jack and Bratt. Hopefully looking to shake up a bit of the offense there with them, and we'll kind of see how it goes in the actual game, hoping that Jack can reignite Timo a bit, get the offense going for him, because once Timo gets going, this team should be quite horrifying, to be honest, as we all predicted here in the preseason leading up to this start. Beyond that, nothing too much. I kind of had predicted that the Florida heavy forecheck was going to be a bit of an issue. I don't see that happening with the Islanders. I think this should be a rev-up game for us. Yes, they've been playing quite well to start the season, but they are an older, slower team who so far has did play well against Buffalo, but like I said, they have been having a rough go of it. And then I think the Coyotes are a bit of a better matchup for them in the just more of a grindy type game, even if Arizona does have very pockets of high skill on that lineup. I think this should be a chance for the boys to really open it up, let loose, and see if we can really get this high-flying offense actually into gear and going, has been a struggle for us so far this year. I think we don't have to worry too much about the struggles on the going on the penalty kill, giving up high power plays. Again, this might be a good team for the penalty kill to get some practice against and figure out exactly where we're at. But they have scored. It's not like this is a guaranteed kill against this team, but it is not the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's not the Tampa Bay Lightning. So should be a team that we don't give up a power play goal against. And it should be a penalty kill that we do well against, even though, again, they have not given up a power play goal yet. Sorokin, and they got some big boys there that take up a lot of space in the lanes. And so should be good practice, but with the top power play unit, I'm now going to call it the top power play unit with Nico finally back on it. It is Nico, Jack, Bratt, Toffoli, and Luke, with Timo, Dougie, Mercer, Holtz, and Palat rounding out the second unit. Now, obviously, we know Dougie has been one of the best power play QBs, defensemen in the league, but Luke has also looked absolutely phenomenal, and I really like the basically zip it around, multiple one-time shot options, multiple in front of net options, like putting Nico on that top unit does. And I really would like them to get a minute 30, at least minute 15 of the power play, and then let Dougie and Timo, Holtz go out there, Mercer, try and cook something up in the waning minutes there of the power play. I don't think I have anything too else. It should be a good one. Sorokin always seems to shut the door, even though we got the better of him in preseason, so you know he's going to come in with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. The entire Islanders team, considering basically our AHL and tryout guys put a beating on them to end the preseason, they're going to want to come out here and put up a show against our starters. So the guys got to be ready for it. We need a strong start. Wait, really, truly, if we could get the first goal of the game for the first time this season, that would be awesome. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. We really just score the first goal, guys. Please, just score the first goal. It'd be great. Again, I have a rehearsal dinner tonight, wedding tomorrow. I'm going to see what I do as far as watching the game tonight. If not tonight, I plan on trying to do a quick watch in the morning on a replay. I'm going to avoid all spoilers as best I can. And then going to give a recap of the game going into that. So I don't have anything else too crazy. Our team is better on paper. Our team, it should be a win. Florida, I did see as not a trap game. Very good. I don't think the boys came in expecting a win. I don't think it was a trap game. I just think they have very, very strong forwards, and we saw that. And by the time our offense actually did get clicking to take advantage of their goaltending and defense, even though Bob had a great game, it was a little too late. You can't go down 4-0 in a game and expect to come back, even though we did pot 3. So I don't expect us to go down 4-0 against the Islanders. So high expectation, high hopes in this one. I am expecting a win. Hopefully the boys bring it home. First away game. We were fantastic on the road last year. We should not expect anything less from the guys this year. So it's going to do it. Let's get into the weekend. I'm going to have a fun one. And yeah, see y'all tomorrow morning. As always and forever, let's go Devils, baby.